Hey, welcome to a whole body conditioning video for Feldenkrais. I will demo the movements, but for now, lie down and rest on your back. You don't need to see me. Just take a moment to get here and settle. You can be in your bed, on your floor, or wherever you choose. So take a moment to settle in and get comfortable. And feel the contact that you make on both sides of your body, the back of the right side and the back of the left side. And notice how you feel after any activity you've done today, if that shows up somewhere in the body or there's anything interesting that you notice. And notice your breathing. And then when you're ready, we're going to have the hand out to the side. Both hands are down by the sides. You can have the legs in standing or long. You're going to roll your palm a little bit face up and face down. And just make this movement as easy and fluid as possible. You might do it with your breath. And go slow, just allowing yourself to roll over the pinky side of your hand and continue doing that. Rolling the palm. And you're just doing one palm right now. It doesn't matter which one. Noticing your breathing as you roll the hand to face up toward the ceiling, the palm, and then face down toward the floor. And see if you feel the rolling happening from your elbow as you roll, that you feel something happening in your elbow, and then can you make it smoother? Can you feel the pressure changes on your hand and inside of your palm as you do this movement? And how do you breathe as you do this? Go to the other side now. Just start to roll the other palm so you're lying down. Rolling your palm a little bit face up and face down. Noticing if you can feel that movement from the elbow. Not just in the wrist and hand, but a little bit further up, maybe even up further in the arm. Continue rolling your other hand. And notice any differences between the two hands, if this one is different or you notice anything at all. Make it automatic, make it easy, make it like it's regular, something you do normally as you roll the hand. And then pause that and rest. And now take both of your hands on top of your belly and begin to roll the hands. You might have the elbows a little bit up from the floor. They might be touching. With both hands together, see if you can find a way to do palms up and palms down. Feeling that this is happening in the elbows. And just noticing anything you notice that's interesting to you. Going slow enough so that the movement doesn't have starts and stops. The fingers are interlaced, so it's easy. You feel them over your belly or your ribs. You can have them lower or higher. And notice your breathing as you do this. Continuing to roll the two hands together. Going as slow as you'd like. And just imagine that this is nothing complex. It's something you do all the time as you roll the two hands, allowing it to become even more subtle and even more soft. No strain, no effort, just ease. And now continue rolling, but only use the right hand to roll, so the left hand becomes passive. I'm demonstrating in seated, but if you can be on your back. The hands are rolling on the belly, but the right hand is doing the movement, which means the left hand is receiving the movement. It's going with the right hand, but it's not doing the work. And then switch, let the left hand take over and let the right hand be passive. Fingers are still interlaced. You're just taking the right hand along for the ride with you as you do this. Going as slow as you'd like, and now do both hands together. See if you can have them match their effort equally. And notice if it's any easier now to roll the hands on your belly. And then come to pause and rest for a moment. And notice how you feel as you rest. Bring your hands back to your belly once again. This time turn them in opposite directions. So one hand goes in one direction, one hand goes in the other. It's as though the knuckles are sliding around each other. Let the fingers be loose and soft for this. The wrists are turning in opposite directions. The hands are turning in opposite directions. And you keep them interlaced, but they slide in the fingers. Let that sliding happen. And now take both hands together again and notice any differences that you notice. And pause and rest your hands for just a moment. And notice your breathing. Notice your posture and your contact and any difference in sensation or how you feel. Let's bring the hands now up to our sternum, right where the clavicles are above the breast, and we'll just start to roll them here in both directions. Again, this is coming from the elbow as you roll the hands, and they're rolling over the surface of your body, between your chin and your breast, right over the top of your sternum. And now let's take this over to one shoulder. As you're lying on the ground, try to have straight wrists. It's going to be a little bit difficult, so you might find times where the wrists will not be as straight as you'd like. Come back to the middle, keep rolling the hands, and roll them as you go to the other side, sliding and rolling. At the other shoulder now, again, trying to find how can you make the wrist straight, so it's a straight line from one wrist to the other. Rolling as you come back to the middle, and then pause and rest. And feel your hands and notice any sensations that linger or anything you notice that's interesting to you. Interlace your fingers once again and place the hands on the chin with the palms facing out, and we're going to roll up and down on the chin. Again, you're resting on the floor if it's comfortable, so the full weight of your head is on the floor and the full weight of your hands is on your chin as they roll and rest. Taking this now to the forehead where the hairline is and rolling. And now begin to take the head with the hands down and up. As you breathe, head goes with the hands. And then take the hands behind the back of the head and rest them there for a moment. And just feel the weight of the back of your head and let your eyes sink way back into your skull. It's almost as though you could feel them with your hands. Imagining a blue-black velvety liquid pouring over your eyes, letting them sink back. Holding your skull, holding your visual process. We're now going to move the hands, we're going to roll them again. So you're on the floor, moving against the pressure of the floor. The hands are going up and down. And now once try moving them in opposition. So one will go up as the other goes down. You have to work with the weight of your head, so notice how it goes for you. As you work with the weight of your head and turn the hands in opposite directions, you won't go as far, but you'll feel a lot in the fingers. And then take the hands out and bring them over top of your eyes so they cover all the light. Pause there, hands are over the eyes. Make sure the elbows are comfortable. You can move them a little in and out. And just breathe. And feel the covering over the eyes and notice what you see. Now your hands are there, it's likely your eyes are closed, but do you see anything with your eyes closed? Just letting that question linger for a moment, and then let your arms come down by your sides and rest. And now bend one leg, and you're going to take the hands to the thigh of the long leg and start to roll up and down, right where the thigh meets the stomach, right over top of that leg. noticing the movement, and noticing, would it be possible as the hands rolled down to lift that long leg? And how would you do that? Just imagine that you could lift that long leg with no effort at all as the palms roll down, feeling the body mechanics. What would make it easy? Trying different things to lighten the leg. And just noticing what you find. Pause that, bring the other leg to stand, and then roll your hands on the top of that thigh, up and down. Start thinking about how you could lift your leg as the hands roll down. So what would you do? How would you begin to take that heavy weight of the leg off the floor without any effort, without working your belly or your back? How could it be easy as you roll down to lift the leg? And if you can sense the movement of just coming onto that side of the pelvis as the hands roll down, it brings you up. Now you don't have to get here, but if you do come here, go ahead and grab onto that long leg and just bring it side to side. And as it comes to your side, start to use it to come all the way up to seated. And just take a moment to feel your whole body and to notice anything different in your vision, in your hands, and in your body, and especially in your mood and how you feel about life in general, because that's the whole idea here. We want to improve that the most. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me.